Welcome to the Indie Corner, where we'll talk about all things independent comics, especially the great super comic book in the universe. Robert Kirkman's Invincible. I'm Mikey.
I'm Christian.
And today, people, we are back at it again, episode 21. So now we have 11 more episodes left until we're done.
Almost there. Almost there.
Almost there. But yeah, so episode 21, we'll be discussing volume 16 of Invincible, which is the Family Ties story arc, and that covers issues 85 to 90. So we're almost at 100. By next episode or the episode after that, we'll probably be at 100. So
oh my god, yeah, can't believe it,
dude. It's been a long time coming. We're almost 100.
Yeah, averaging what is it, like 10 comics a year?
Yeah,
no,
we do. Yeah,
right. 10 episodes a year.
You said 10 episodes a year.
Yeah,
last time.
yeah.
I'm like, that's about right.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, but we're almost at 100, and 100 is going to be our next event at issue 100. So I'm excited for that. But yeah. So then we'll just get right into it. So yeah, Christian, you got issue 85.
I got issue 85. Now, issue 85 begins. Well, let's talk about the cover first. We're gonna get our boy Oliver back. Last time we saw him, he's got his ass whooped.
Young Omni-Man, baby.
Young Omni-Man.
And looking
Caucasian.
He looks Caucasian. I'm gonna say, like, and from the looks of it, he is now of white complexion.
Yes, indeed.
So I guess he's not a menace anymore, right, Christian? I guess he's not a menace anymore, right, Christian?
Because he's
sure of normal color now.
But this is this proves that it wasn't about his skin tone; it was about his character. Because fucking, he's an asshole, and we're gonna figure that out in issue 85. All right.
But also, we'll also acknowledge that, like, Corey Walker is back on these issues now. So the original artist, the creator and original artist is back, and again, his art is improving every time we see him return. So lovely.
So issue 85 begins with Nolan fucking his wife on a spaceship as per usual. And the crew keeps on walking in on them because, they don't have locks on the door, and they're on their way to Talescria to pick up their son post, healing up. And at Talescria, Alan and his girlfriend Talia, right?
Talia, yeah, I think.
Yeah. They're complaining that they could finally get rid of Oliver, even though he technically is like a fully grown adult now, based off of his like genome. They're still treating him like a kid, and still, So she's happy to get rid of the kid and have him go on his own. And Alan's like, we can't do that. Like, we had to wait for his parents to come back.
But like, Alan, we need to fuck. Because, you fuck.
We can't even pretend like they didn't even stop fucking while he was around. They still fucked.
They did not.
Yeah. Oliver's happy that he's leaving too, because he's tired of all the fuckage happening. Right now in this panel, he's getting his arm fixed because he destroyed someone else's hand, some ambassador or something. But it was okay. He had like 8 arms, so he's totally fine.
Yeah, what was the damage? He got, like, from the last time we saw him, he got like his jaw punched out and like his arm got ripped off.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Got a new arm.
Yeah. So and apparently his genome, he could cover it up with his skin so it looks like his normal hand, which is very convenient. I don't know if that's Viltrumite or what.
No, it was the fucking it was the healing chamber that they put him in that was supposed to like have him like accelerate like his healing a little bit. So like it like grew some skin over his like new fake parts.
There you go. Yeah. So now he has a fake prosthetic arm that still feels. And he decides to go out and with a test run, and he flies off. And Talia was like, man, I'm going to miss that boy. I want kids. And I was like, bitch, Anywho,
You
Alan
know
goes
we can't have kids. Stop playing.
so Alan goes to work and he's getting a lot of pressure from all the coalition of planet members to figure out where these Viltrumites are and to take them down. And he's like, shit, boy, I don't fucking know. We got a group of people trying to figure it out. And then he gets a phone call. It's like, all right, we figured out where they are. I'm going to go take this phone call. And then Nolan explains as he's getting closer to the planet that the Viltrumites are staying on Earth and they basically have Earth hostage, and he's totally okay with it. But Alan, he's like, okay, this is some bullshit. All right, this is bad. A lot of people want me to kill these Viltrumites, and you're just telling me to leave them there. What the actual freak? And no one's like, listen, man, it's the best we can do. Already happened. Fucking deal with it. And Alan's like, we'll talk about this later. Get your ass over here and pick up your goddamn stupid ass, ugly ass son. Uh, Speaking of Oliver, he's trying to stop a bank robbery. The Coalition of Planets has this shit covered, and he couldn't even help at all. Nolan comes by, they get reintroduced, and everyone sees each other. Yay! Happy family reunion! Blah blah blah. Woo! So much.
I also do love the fact that like Oliver always refers Debbie as like mom, not like stepmom or like other mother. I don't know.
Yeah, that is
I just think
nice.
it's cute. Yeah.
Cause he loves her. He has feelings after all, even though he's a fucking asshole. So after the reunion, Alan interrupts it, and explains that this is a shitty situation, man. You're putting me in a really shitty situation. Everyone wants me to kill all these Viltrumites, and you're making it very difficult for me. And Nolan's like, listen, man, calm the fuck down. I thought we were homies. We were bros. Don't you remember like the past couple issues? We're like super tight. We were roommates. And I was like, no, fuck you. Get out of my sight while I think. And no one's like, yeah, okay. Big sad. Um, yeah. So they get back, family reunion, blah blah blah. And Alan's up late at night trying to figure out a way to deal with the Viltrumite situation, and he think he figured something out. But he also knows that it's a pretty horrible thing to do, so he's staying up at night thinking about it. Next
Also,
day.
Nolan fucks. Sorry,
Nolan fucks.
Also,
Actually,
Nolan fucks.
No, I'm happy that you mentioned that because I also wanted to mention that Nolan is doing quite the fuckage back in their brand new I guess apartment on the planet.
Yeah. I think it was the apartment that he had before, but like Oliver just wasn't living there because they didn't want to let him live by himself. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah, so Oliver's super excited that he gets to live with his parents, so there isn't any more fuckage. And then Nolan's like, "Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be great, but you got to sleep on the couch before we get you a bed because we didn't get you a bed yet." And Oliver's like, "Oh yeah, it's no problem. It can't be any worse than living with Alan." Meanwhile, it's the exact same fucking thing, except he's listening to
exactly that
this time. Even worse. Yeah.
Oh god.
Because Nolan fucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then next day, Alan calls Nolan in for a nice. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm happy you brought that up. I almost forgot. Yeah. So Nolan and Oliver are flying on Talescria, and Nolan's having a nice little chit chat about, hey, what do you think about this place? And Oliver's like, you know what? I like it. It's a hell of a lot better than Earth. Everyone on Earth is an asshole. I don't want to murder all of them. Fucking hate them. They're stupid and they're ugly, and I want to kill everyone. And if I ever have an opportunity in order to kill them, I will take it without a single hesitation. And Nolan was like, "Oh, where? That's cool.
I won't hesitate one bit. Not a single thought. No mercy."
And then Nolan, he's like, "Yeah, no, it's a nice place, but Earth is pretty cool too. If you ever take the time to get to know them." And then Oliver's like, nah, fuck them. I read books. I know they're assholes. Fuck them and fuck you, Dad. And Nolan's like, fucking give Earth a chance, man. Stop being such a dick. And it's like, yeah, okay. I like some humans, but not all of them. Then Alan calls Nolan in for a quick little meeting. And Alan's like, hey, you know that Scourge Virus shit? Yeah, I'm gonna probably use it on your planet.
And he's like, what?
Nolan's like, what the fuck? And he rips down a wall where it used to be. And Alan's like, yeah, no, it's not there anymore. It's already on a ship. We're already doing this. And Nolan's like, you can't, man. It's such a dick move. Like, humans are so genetically similar to Viltrumites. You're probably gonna kill all of them. You can't do that. And Alan's like, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. And so ends issue 85. And then they fight.
And then,
And then they get ready for a big old battle. Thoughts and opinions?
I thought it was good. It was good stuff. I mean, again, with the humor between, I remember his last episode where, like, I know Matt was very upset about, Debbie going back to Nolan, but obviously she's clearly not upset because she's getting her back broken, like, on the ship.
She's getting dicked down every minute. Literally, like, Nolan's like, okay, we're going to be landing in 10 minutes, and Nolan's like, 10 minutes? I could do it.
And then when Alan calls, and then after Alan calls, and then the captain's like, "Oh no, yeah, we'll be there in like a couple hours." They're like, "Couple hours? Just drag my wife to the bed immediately."
Get your ass back in the bedroom. We're going to work.
Yeah.
More woman's vagina. I feel so.
Oh, listen, she's strong. She built 4 tough, so it's fine.
You're right. You're right.
But no, this is a good issue. I mean, it's just like because we spent some time, in that previous episode, Alan and Nolan on their adventures, how much we love that so much. But then now we're focusing more on them actually disagreeing on something, and ending up being not like full on enemies, but they're just like in opposing sides for now. But like again, we're seeing the more, even though like Alan's doing this for the greater good, it's still kind of fucked up that he's kind of doing it.
It really is, because he's going to be committing mass genocide on an entire planet, our planet, where my mom lives. Kind of a dick move, Alan.
Where my mom lives.
Yeah. Also,
this was good.
Yeah. We get to see a little bit more of Oliver, which is always fun for some people.
I love it. Okay, I know you're dumb, you hater, because you're racist. Because he's purple, but now he's not
Caucasian purple. Now, and I still hate him, if not more so.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's interesting to see him continue to evolve into more of a Viltrumite over time. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, also, he's kind of like. Oh, sorry. He's kind of like in the opposite spectrum of like Mark's like character growth, or like Mark, even though he does have his Viltrumite tendencies sometimes, like he's still more towards like the human aspect, but Oliver is more towards the the Viltrumite side of things, especially. But it's kind of not his fault because like the Thraxans, like they live a short lifespan and they see things a lot more differently than humans do, obviously. So like that's gonna play a factor into like him favoring more towards his Viltrumite side, which would be a little bit more important, I will say later on in the series. But yeah.
So calling it now, he's gonna be a traitor and he's gonna kill everyone, all of our friends and family. Probably.
I'm not. No, I will tell you this. No.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but also we get a little bit. Like, yeah, you already said what I was going to say, is that we just get a little bit more of his philosophy on how he views the world. He's a lot more distant, like a Viltrumite.
Yeah, but like he likes Talescria a lot more than he does Earth, though.
Because they're more, we're the hillbillies, let's be honest, in this whole grand scheme of things. Talescria is like New York City. A lot more interesting, a lot more people. We're like Ohio.
We're like,
we're fucking
Ohio is very violent and selfish, and they just love to kill each other.
Oh, yeah, all right, never mind. Then like Kentucky,
Okay, that's closer.
Probably
That's good enough.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go more south. Yeah. All right. Issue 86.
Word.
Bet.
Cool
Issue
cover.
86. We get to see our big titans of the Invincible series, Nolan and Alan, square off. Who will win? Who will lose? You decide. Epic rap battles of history. Just kidding. It's not
What do you
that.
mean? You
It's
want
a
you want
comic
you
that's
want a
already been
mic to
made.
drop on? You just want to like start being like a fight match, like a
I
fighting
would,
announcer?
bro, honestly, yes. But I'm not that skilled with my words, so I'm just going to describe the fight. So they start fighting. Exactly what happens. Literally, right after the last comic, they just get into a fight. And Alan, he's doing very surprisingly well against Nolan. He's taking the hits pretty well. And
Mm-hmm.
if not, he's kind of controlling the fight, and he's able to grab Nolan, take him outside, and bring up into space to have a fight. And they do the classic struggle and talking about ideals and stuff like that. And Alan's got Nolan on the ropes. Our boy is kind of overpowered, and we really get to see it in this fight. Um, it only stops when Oliver decides to come in, and then he asks, "Hey, what the actual fuck is happening here?" And Alan's like, "No, I can explain while I'm kicking your dad's ass. I promise." And then Oliver's like, "Oh yeah, I bet you can explain why you're kicking my dad's ass." And then he kicks Alan in the testiculars. And then Alan's like, "You have, ow! Who told you about this? How did you know that was my weakness?
Like,
Was it fucking Talia? It's
dude, you know
very
what's funny
painful to
though?
make human." Hmm.
It's like so like the just to like the to put some highlight on Seth Rogen, but like I feel like Seth Rogen like playing Alan. Remember in the interview where like they take his clothes off and he's like, no, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
What?
That's what I
What
thought.
are you
That's
talking
how I
about?
envisioned this scene.
Oh, this?
Yeah, it's like why'd you do that? Oh, why'd you do that?
um, yeah, Oliver just kicked him right in the gonads, and he's like, "Yeah, I know how it feels. I have testicles too." And then Alan's like, "All right, let me explain my side of the story. Since you're into genocide, you might be on my side." And he's like, "I'm thinking we send the Scourge Virus to Earth, right? And we kill all the Viltrumites." And Oliver's like, "You know what? I'm kind of on board with that." And then Nolan's like, "What the fuck you mean you're on board with that? It could kill the human race." And then Oliver's like, "I don't fucking care. We tell Mark, have him get a couple of his friends, and we're out. In and out. Quick
Like
deal. It's
literally,
great."
like it's like listening, little shit. like like
You're gonna,
I race you better than this.
yeah.
Like you're
I
gonna
was
kill
like,
all
"No,
your
you didn't.
friends.
You
You're gonna
didn't,
kill
Dad. You
everyone.
really
You're gonna kill
didn't."
everyone on Earth. And he's just like, so.
Yeah, he's a cold-blooded killer, and I was right this entire time.
Nah,
He's not even trying to justify, like, "Oh, you know what? It might not kill some of the humans." No, he's like, "Yeah, it's gonna kill some of them, and I'm okay with it."
no,
It's
like
just,
even Alan even says like because like yeah, like humans are more genetically closer to Viltrumites, so it's a possibility. But like it may, he
mhm,
also believes that it may not happen, but they don't know. They haven't tested it, so like you know.
exactly.
But like
Yeah.
thing is like they're kind of thinking like like more of the ends justify the means, at that
Mhm.
Machiavelli type of way of
Ooh,
thinking, you
yeah.
know. Like they there's a possibility that it could kill the human race off, but like there's also a possibility it won't kill them. So like
Yeah. And then fucking Nolan's like, "I get that, but what if they could change? What if these genocidal monsters change like I did? Because being on human and getting some of that human punani made me into a good human being."
he's like
And he's like,
listen. He's like listen, bro. I'm still breaking this woman's back. She's changed my life.
"To this day, She got that Glock look like no one's ever seen in this galaxy. And then Alan's like, listen, I know a thing or two about fucking. Because I am Alan, I do in fact fuck. And I have a hard time imagining Thrag finding some little lady and being like, I'm gonna get some of that. He's all about murder. That's what gets him up in the morning, both figuratively and literally. So that conversation ends. Police come in. Nolan's like, all right, enough holding back. Time to go all out and fucking fight. And he takes out a couple of the police people. And then Alan's like, all right, same here. I'm still gonna hold back because I'm fucking Alan and I'm OP as shit. And beats the shit out of Nolan to the point where he has to retreat. And then, oh yeah, this is where the whole conversation of ideals happens. And after that, Nolan Ghost flies off. Alan invites Oliver to come with him to planet Earth in order to talk to Mark and try to convince him to let them commit genocide on this planet. And Oliver agrees, and they're off to Earth to do that exact plan.
Also,
Nolan,
I wanna bring up real quick. While they're talking, like I don't know if it was here, if it was any of the other pages, but like Nolan brings up a good point. That's like, listen, you unleashing the Scourge Virus on Earth, and like even though it may not kill the human race, it's still a possibility. Is the same shit that fucking Viltrum did to the Unipons back then. Because remember, Alan the Last is basically like is one of the last ones. So it's like it's kind of hypocrisy what he's doing, you know.
Alan the hypocrite, but he fucks.
But yeah, no, yeah. Listen, I mean, I last time I checked, you're immune to hypocrisy if you be fucking if you're fucking. But like, I mean, I don't know.
True. But I guess Alan. I mean, we haven't seen him fucked in this comic for like
we have not
for two issues. So there's definitely something wrong with him. Yeah.
Right.
So Nolan flies back home. Debbie is in tears because she's been watching the news, and all she knows is that Nolan and Alan are fighting, and she thinks that Nolan's gonna try to take over this planet again. He's like, "How could you? You lying sack of shit! I always knew you were gonna do." And then Nolan's like, "They're gonna kill the planet," and then he passes out. And then Debbie's like, "What the fuck?" And then the police come in and arrest them. And she's like, "What the fuck?" So ends issue 86. Thoughts?
Again, also really good.
Also very. I like how it was her immediate instinct to be like, "Yeah, Nolan's doing it again." It shows that she still doesn't trust him.
But the thing is, like, she had no context, so that's why it makes more sense why she would act that way.
Yeah.
But
just a little bit. I just want her to hate him more. Because God, she just could not say no to that Viltrum cock.
But the thing is, like, it's not just that. Like, you mean she loved him, and then supposedly, I mean, well, he's also changed, and he like expressed that like he had feelings for her, he just didn't know how to like express those feelings. So like, I mean, like sometimes, you know, like he's not. The thing is, like, think of it this way, right? Even though he did kill a bunch of people, right, and stuff, and like he did try to take over the Earth. I take it. Try to compare it with like Amber and like Gary's relationship, right? No one ever put a hand on this woman. So like we would be in favor with, even though like he tried to take over the Earth and stuff like that, and like he killed the Guardians or whatever. The Guardians don't matter, so it's fine. But like, you know, so like we would rather root for them being back together than if it was like Amber and them, and Amber, who got her ass beat by her boyfriend, is still with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. At least fucking Nolan is not an asshole anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did call her a pet, but he didn't beat her ass.
Really? Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Anything else?
I mean, nah, it's just good, man. It's good. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I know this issue gonna prove your point that like, yeah, Oliver's a menace, but like,
Damn
I mean,
fucking right it did. Damn
but like,
fucking right.
again, just seeing this dispute between Nolan and Omni-Man is just it's pretty. It's different from where we were from what we saw their bro adventure go previously,
Yeah,
and
I miss Nolan and Alan's friendship.
yeah.
They were
I
the
mean,
boys.
not saying that they're not friends at this point, but like they just had a very big disagreement with each other. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, it's the darker side of Alan that we're seeing, and it's just like, oh shit.
Very
But
true.
again, ends justify the means, so that's like his mindset. Yeah, but overall,
Yeah.
these two issues were pretty strong for me. I really enjoyed them, and also Corey
Um.
Walker's art is again improved. Like look at this man when he started, and now look at him now. Like look at this man.
Yeah. It's top notch.
Good stuff. Oh,
Give
sorry,
me
what were
one
you gonna say?
second.
Sorry.
Yeah. Someone's at the door.
Okay. So wait, is it a pizza?
No.
You're not ordering pizza? All right. Well, I'll start off issue 30, issue whatever. Was it not pizza?
No, it's not pizza. No.
Also, I wanna address real quick. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I'm seeing Debbie here, I'm just like, I kind of can see why. I kind of can see why Nolan's.
She really kept up herself, man. Like,
Yeah, no, I can
good
see,
on
bro.
her. She's done,
I can see why Nolan trying to get with her still. Not gonna lie,
yeah, she's still doing Pilates. What did
dude.
she
Yeah,
do?
she's still doing
She
her
had a
aerobics.
full ass kid, middle aged, but that ass is. Mm. Anywho, are you ready for
Yeah, issue.
issue 88 after we're thirsting over Debbie?
Yeah.
Because she is fine.
Shot it kind of thick. Not gonna lie.
Shotty is kind of thick.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, issue 87.
Cool
After
cover.
this, yes. Let's go look at this cover. Top notch.
I love just marking spacing. It's just so cool.
Honestly, yeah. All the space stuff is super fun. Not to say like the Earth stuff isn't great, but like space stuff visually, very nice.
Word. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So, issue begins. You remember? Have we seen this guy before? I feel like we've
we
seen
have
this. The guy. Yeah. Okay.
there's
Cool.
literally a footnote. It says Invincible issue 27.
All right.
We
Yeah.
literally haven't seen this dude in like fucking 60 issues.
Yeah. So this bad guy from issues long ago has entered Earth,
I
and
mean,
he is defeated.
I referred to him as Gray Skull.
Great. Yeah. Fucking fine. Great.
I don't know what his name is. I forgot.
So we'll call him Grayskull for now. He enters the Earth, and he has defeated the Guardians of the Globe, and we have
Beat
this
the
full
bricks off of
splash
him.
page. Very nice, very nice.
Dude, like, because I saw this for them. Like, okay, so Gray Skull's back. All right, he's just monologuing, and I was like, he's probably getting his ass kicked. And he's like, nope. Oh damn. Oh wow. Okay. The tables have turned.
Yep, the tables have indeed turned, and they got their ass beaten. But luckily for them, the brand spanking new Wombo combo of Invincible and Dinosaurus, yeah,
Yeah.
that's his name. Yeah,
Yeah.
come in to save the day. They swoop down, have a nice epic ass fight, and then they win with a big old chomping nom on this guy's head from Dinosaurus.
He explodes. Like
Yeah,
what the fuck?
fucking explodes. Um, after the explosion, um, Dinosaurus comes by and picks Mark up. Mark asks, "Hey, you okay? Everything good?" It's like, "Yeah, no, that was a surprisingly easy fight." And then when the smoke clears, the Guardians of the Globe look like they're just back up, ready to arrest them. What? Was this a plan to take them down, including a dog for some reason?
No, don't. Okay, hold on. No. Don't shit on LeBruiser, bro. He's a French. He's a solid Frenchman dog who may or may not have powers.
Oh, okay. It was this covered in Guardians of the Globe that I did not read.
Yeah, me and Demoan literally were questions like, does the dog have powers or does he not? Because like he literally like has beaten the brakes off of like mad villains and like maybe invincible, but like he's just a dog.
I, just the description of its own, I love it so much that it's just a
He's the
dog.
best member of the Guardians of the Globe, in my opinion. I fucking love LeBruiser.
Good for him. Good for him getting employment on here, even though he's anyway. Um, Robot says that he's truly sorry, but he has to arrest him. And Mark's like, "What the actual fuck? I just saved your guys' asses, and you're gonna try to arrest me?" And Robot, he's like, "Listen, man, we're gonna probably go easy on you now you saved our lives and stuff, but still we're gonna arrest you." And Mark's like, "Fuck that," and yeeted himself out of there and went to Adam Eve's house. Yay! And she's very much
Mm.
pissed because he's been in hiding for like God knows how long. Comes by, apologizes, and he explains what happened. And he's saying that he wants to work with dinosaurs and try to lead him on a better path of like helping the world without the genocide, as you
Mm-hmm.
do. And then Eve's like, that kind of sounds like bullshit. That sounds like a horrible idea. He just destroyed Las Vegas. And Mark's like, woman, trust me. I know what I'm doing. I got this. Um, and she's like, yeah, okay. I trust you. By the way, our business is in the fucking tank because one of our main superheroes decided to go full on villain. So that's fun. And he's like, oh, yeah, forgot about that. And then Cecil comes by and interrupts. He's like, come in peace. All I want to do is talk. I didn't bring any what's it called? I didn't bring any warriors. I didn't bring any soldiers. I didn't even bring the Guardians of the Globe. I just want to talk. And Mark's like, bro, I knew you were gonna come, and I knew you weren't gonna talk. Just talk to me, because I'm on big brain level shit. I knew this ahead of time. He's like, I want to talk to you. And then he goes on this whole spiel about how Dinosaurus has good ideas and sound arguments and blah blah blah. And if he keeps them on the right path, he could do a lot of good to help out the world. And Cecil's like, you know what? I thought you were smart, but you dumb. And he was like, yeah, you know what? You're kind of dumb. And then Cecil's like, yeah, listen to her. Then he gets a phone call and he finds out that Alan is coming by and visit. He's about to send the Guardians of the Globe, but Mark comes in and is like, nah, I'll take care of it. I know what this is about. It's probably about my family. Flies into space, and then they meet them. Oh my god, Oliver and Mark reunited. Feels so good.
Yeah.
Brotherly love. Woo. Mark's like, oh wow, look, you got your jaw back and your arm, and you don't look like roadkill. That's so great. And Oliver's like, yeah, I grew skin over my mechanical parts. That's pretty cool. And Alan's like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm here to commit mass genocide on your planet.
He's like, what?
Yeah, and then Mark's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Have you lost your goddamn mind? And I was like, Mark, please think this through. Think about my perspective. You just consider it, man. I gotta take out these Viltrumites. And Mark's like, I don't know, man. And then Oliver comes in and is like, man, like, I know it looks wrong, but it's the only way. And it can fix everything. And Mark's like, no, it can't fix everything. This is stupid. All of this is stupid. You're stupid. Like, how am I? There's no way that I'm the only one who thinks this is a bad idea. And then Alan continues to explain that he's being pushed by what's it called? The coalition of planets to do it. Things beautiful. Okay, yeah. And he's warning them that once the Viltrumites finish breeding on this planet, it's just going to be a whole new war. But Mark still just repeats what Nolan believes in, that he thinks that they could change, and he knows that this isn't right, and he wants to protect the human race. So he also says that he thinks that even you, Alan, I don't think you even want to do this. And I think you know that I know that you don't want to do this. And then I was like, all right, I guess we're doing this shit the hard way. And then they start to fight between one another. Um, and then Oliver hops into the fight, obviously, and he's kind of getting his ass kicked.
I
And Alan's
wanted
like,
I wanted to do what Mark did, what Thrag, what fucking not Thrag, freaking Conquest has been doing, and
mm,
where they're just like, please, like you know, like that
yeah,
would have been
that would
great.
be nice. Um, but speaking of the Viltrumites, even though it's getting his ass kicked, Alan's like, listen, man, even your dad can't kick my ass. What makes you think you could kick my ass? And then Mark's stopped by his neck, and your boy Thrag is here being like, this boy got me. I ain't his daddy, but I'm still gonna kick your fucking ass. So ends issue 87. Thrag, he's on Earth's side now. The freak. The freak, bro.
When I saw this ending, I literally was just like, oh shit, oh god, let's go. I was
Yeah.
like, because I totally forgot. Like I thought I totally forgot that like Thrag was also on Earth with them and all those shit. Like, but yeah, man,
It's
this
about to be a
issue was
good ass fight.
this issue was that issue was pretty boss. I was like, you know, just tension. That's all it was. It was just a build up to like this fucking crazy ass brawl that's gonna happen. Um,
Dude, yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I mean, to read it.
to read
And
it,
the next episode, yeah, to the next episode is gonna be great.
yeah,
We
word.
get
But
more.
like, yeah, good issue. You know, again, just establishing. Yeah, no, Mark's still a fugitive. Like
Mm-hmm.
from he's still a fucking fugitive. But then he's like, listen. I just gotta know your intentions, B. And then he explains that okay, it's still crazy. I don't support this at all.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was it was an okay issue. It was necessary just to catch people up and refresh them to be like, yeah, this is what happened with Mark.
yeah, word,
Yeah.
basically. But
So
yeah, man,
that was
drag, bro.
yeah, gonna gonna kick Alan's ass.
Yeah, but yeah, so should we just do you have any other thoughts or else we should just get
Not
right into it or not?
yeah, not really. It was what it was. Just a
All
refresher.
right. Okay, so then we'll just go to issue 88.
Mm.
And also dope cover of, you know, Mark punching his
His fucking
beating
little
the bricks
brother.
off his own brother, and he's just like, oh my gosh, like
Uh, gotta be so hilarious if he broke his arm, like his
he
brand
just
fucking
ripped his
new.
arm off again. The same one.
Yeah,
Not
this
even
one.
not even his organic one, just the same one. So it's keep getting
Yeah, it's like
replaced.
I just got this new one. What the fuck, man? I just got it calibrated too.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, but so yeah, great cover. I love it. But so this issue starts with, you know, the confrontation between Alan and young Omni-Man and Invincible and Thrag. And he was like, listen, bro. And like Thrag straight up was like, he's like, bro, I listen, here's the thing, right? Why the fuck did you think that like you thought you could come to this planet, you know, use the enact your plan and didn't think that we would be monitoring the Earth's orbit just in case, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
so then he's just like, so tell me, like, why shouldn't I slaughter you both right now? But Mark's just like, wait. That's my brother right there, bro.
And my friend.
And my friend. But it is like here and then Alan's just like, okay, the fact that you think they have the upper hand here is bullshit because you know I got this Scourge Virus up in here, bruh. And the moment you come at me, I'm pressing the trigger, and it's gonna go into Earth's atmosphere, and all your people are gonna get sick and die. So watch out. And then, but then basically, like you know, they're just having this conversation. Mark's trying to calm things down, you know, because things are heating up a little bit. And at the same time, like Thrag is just like, yo, like even if you sprayed it, okay, yeah, I'll get infected, but like my people still have a chance to, like zoom out of here. So your plan's worthless. So I'm gonna just say right here, let's just have a truce. Just leave us in peace. Let us do what we need to do. And without any, and just don't bother us. Alan's still like no, because the moment you leave, the moment you restore your ranks, you're just gonna go back to conquering the world, conquering the universe again. And he's like, yeah, well, that's gonna happen later. That's not gonna happen now. So, and the thing is, like, if you try to attack me, I'll just try to kill you, even if I get infected. Like, you'll die. Your successor will just come back here, and the whole process will start all over again. So, what's the point? Just call this truce. Let's have this truce. And then next thing you know, and then Oliver, and then Alan realized, like, yeah, you're right. Like, that's not gonna that's basically it's just pointless, like for me to like to act into plan. Oliver's like, no, it's murder.
Yeah,
And then
because he's a freaking
and
menace.
and then freaking while I was trying to stop him, the Guardians of the Globe show up. And Chris, what do you think of these Guardians, these new outfits, the space gear?
Knockout looks dumb as fuck, having her boxing gloves just outside in a
That's
space
so that
suit.
was so funny. I was like, why the fuck?
So stupid. Monster Girl. I don't. I can't even explain how stupid she looks.
Well, she got
But
that. I think she got that costume. Like we've seen this costume before with her. That's not new.
no, I'm not talking about the costume. I'm talking about the helmet
Oh yeah.
and the jetpack on her big hulky ass body. Everyone else, yeah, I kind of vibe with.
I mean, Robot's probably the best looking one because I like the whole
Oh
like they have
yeah.
the whole like guarding the globe logo on like the front. And he got like the rocket launchers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But anyway, so then Mark's like, "What the fuck are y'all doing here?" Um, and
Yeah,
then
honestly.
I love like the next couple of scenes where like they're having this conversation. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't. How are we talking right now? Like, I didn't hear anything on the comm. He's like, wait, Robot's like, wait, what? What comm? He's like, oh yeah, no, I have a device in my head that lets me communicate telepathically, and which means like, yeah, if Robot can't hear me, that means he's obviously either not in there or he's just out of range. Um, and so they have to like fucking like they have to translate back and forth with Robot because Robot can't understand what's going on. So then basically just like, basically just saying, listen, like I had it under control. Just go back to Earth. I'm taking care of it. And then basically trying to the robot. Robot says, yeah, that's not gonna happen. See, he doesn't trust that like the fact one, you're a fugitive, the fact that like you're up here by yourself, he's making it seem like you don't have this under control, or it's gonna end up worse for Earth. Like, who the fuck are these people? And it's like, yo, they're just Earth's defenders, just to chill out. I got this. And then basically it's like, basically like all they basically like Bulletproof says what Robot says, like, yo, basically like, you know what, yeah, y'all gotta basically like come with us, be detained. Mark's like, that ain't gonna happen. So then the Guardians make the dumbest mistake they could have
They
ever
really
made
did. They
and
really
decide
did.
to attack Alan, Young Omni-Man, Thragon, Invincible to try to tame them. Oh my god, this was so stupid. I literally read
Yeah,
this. I was like, "Why? You're all about to die." The moment someone hits frag, they're dead. Like,
honestly, yeah.
you know,
They,
like
they, the only reason they're still breathing as we speak is because Thrag is in a good mood today.
yeah, exactly.
Only reason.
So like, yeah, like they start fighting. It's like, guys, please, like, don't do this. Like, you're gonna get yourselves fucking killed. And then like, I love how Bruce, man, sorry, man, we gotta follow our orders. Like, you brought this on yourselves. Like, no, y'all brought this on yourselves. You're gonna fucking die.
This guy's got a fucking boomerang. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Exactly. And then like, I love how Mark. I love how my fucking monster girl is just like, yo, like, what's up, handsome? He fucking weaves and just throws her into fucking Japan droid, and like her fucking helmet breaks. I'm just like, oh my god, like, this man is even trying, and he's already killing y'all, like, low key. Um, so yeah, like that fight happens. That fight is happening. The robot covers Monster Girl because she's about to die in the vacuum of space. Omni Man, young Omni Man kicks LeBruiser out of his way and like Boomerang's trying to throw his boomerangs at Alan, but it's just doing nothing. So like, so then like this fight breaks out, and we just see Oliver go after, like, take the Scourge Virus from Alan. Alan's like, "Well, what the fuck are you doing?" Oliver starts zooming towards Earth. Mark sees this and starts chasing after Oliver, and then basically he's just like Oliver, like trying to stop Oliver from doing this. But while he tackles him, he drops the Scourge Virus, and Oliver's like, "Let it happen, bro. Just let it happen. Let that shit drop. We can end the Viltrumites right here and now, bro. It's all good." And he's like, "Listen, I can't." he's like, I can't let you do this." Mark basically, like, tries to like chase after the virus. He catches it, and then again, like, Oliver's trying to stop him. He's like, "Dude, like, why?" He's like, "Dude, like," he's like, "You can't let this happen. People are gonna die." And Oliver's like, "Why are you being so fucking weak?" It's like, the fact that you can put, like, I'm pretty sure, how can you put the lives of billions against the lives of inconceivably more? And he's like, he doesn't see it like that. And so it transitions back to Alan and the Guardians of the Globe and Thrag. And Alan's like, "Okay, listen." He's like, "The fate of your world, his entire world, is at risk." He's like, "I am needed." So he leaves. And then they're just like, and then you see Bulletproof is like, so who are you? It's just like the humor, like this episode, this shit has really good humor. This issue.
It really does. They just
So then,
decides to have a conversation because they're done fighting.
yeah, you just see Thrag just not having. He's like, "Why the fuck am I here, yo?" Like, but then it transitions back to Mark and Oliver, and they're literally gripping the Scourge Virus gun at this point. And so he's still trying to convince him, but he's not budging. And then right as they grip it, the fucking Scourge Virus splashes into Mark's face. And then you're just like, this is a part of the book where I was like, holy shit.
Yep. Oh my god.
And then he immediately goes freaking dead weight and just drops. And then Oliver starts regretting his decision. Like, "Mark, no!" And like, Alan. Then Alan swoops in and tries to catch him because, like, there's a possibility, because if Oliver tries to save Mark, he can get infected as well.
Mm-hmm.
He saves Mark's. Alan saves Mark. Mark comes to, and he's like, "Oh wait, I'm good. I just lost my bearings for a second." He's like, "Dude, like," he's like, "Yo," like, Mark's like, "Yo, what's the range on that discharge from the gun?" And he's like, "What situation?" He's like, "Mark, how do you feel?" Like, "Dude, I want to know if I'm just gonna be spreading this shit into the atmosphere right now." And he's like, "That's not how that works. Like, the moment it's in the atmosphere, the moment the Viltrumites get in contact with it, it gets spread from in-person contact. So you have to touch somebody in order for it to spread." And like, "Okay, that's good. That's good." Like, "Listen, man, we're over the ocean. Like, there's probably like probably like there's no people, like, gonna be in contact with the virus, so you're fine. But like, listen, you gotta be quarantined. You gotta, like, you had to have like a numerous amount of tests." It's like, "Nah, man." It's like, "Nah, man, I'm good. I'm fine." Because it's like, "Listen, it's like, I don't know." Like, he's like, "The virus is this." Like, I'm pretty sure you were exposed to it. He's like, "Listen, I'm good. I'm fine." And it's like, just get out of Oliver's hands fast. And again, Alan's just grasping his concern, and you see this page right here where it's like, "Yo, Mark, like, are you good?" And and then we get the reveal that, like, he says he's fine, but in reality, Mark's not. He starts bleeding.
Oh my god, his eyes too.
Yeah, and that's how issue 88 ends with that cliffhanger. Because I like how they try to set up like, "Oh, Mark is good," and that twist, we're like, "No, he really isn't."
Mm-hmm.
He's
gonna die. Mark gonna die.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but
full ass fart blast in the face with Viltrumite killing disease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you think for this issue?
It was good. It was a nice
Funny
twist at the end, and also it was good to see Thrag again, even though he's a bad guy. He's such an interestingly overpowered character.
Yeah.
Like, when he comes in, you just think, "God damn, she's about to go down." But he held back, which was nice.
Yeah, he did hold back because at the end of the day, like, saving Earth is it goes within his best interest. So that's why. But yeah, this issue was good. This issue was funny just because, like, the guards go like, "Who the fuck are these people?" They haven't met Alan. They haven't met well, they've seen Oliver. They haven't met Thrag, and, like, obviously they don't know that, like, the Viltrumites have assimilated with Earth. Which we'll find out, like, Cecil's reaction to that next issue. But yeah, it was a good issue. And also that dude, the moment Mark got that shit sprayed. I was like, oh no, like that's I forgot this happened. Like but yeah, so it's gonna be wild from here.
Mm-hmm.
So any other thoughts before we move on?
Bro, no, I'm excited for 89.
The 89 is my favorite.
Yeah. You
Okay,
know
so
why 89's Mikey's favorite?
because from what it looks like we got a new Invincible.
Black Invincible?
Who's a
Invincible?
black man?
Invincible, a black man?
Yeah, but
The Scourge Virus turns people black?
yeah, it race bends you. It is actually Mark, but he
Yeah,
literally
it's
just Scourge
actually
Virus just turned him into a black man.
Scourge, yeah.
That would be like a funny nod to like in the 80s, 90s comics where like they had fucking white characters turn into black men, like when the Punisher turned black.
I didn't know that happened. It's hilarious.
No, it did happen. I own an issue of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, issue 89 of not actually wait, that's not this is 89, my fault. 89 of Invincible. Yeah, we get this really cool cover and it says the first issue in a bold new direction and over there. And we get this new Invincible that we'll find out who is like right after this. But yeah, so this issue starts off with good old our boy Arts. This is a flashback to some time ago. And Art is making Mark's costume, his first costume. You know, and he gets and someone surprises him a little bit, and it's revealed to be Zandel Randolph, aka Bulletproof. And he's he introduced himself as Bulletproof. He introduced him as Zandal. I don't know if it's Zandal or Zandali. I don't really know.
That's Zendaya.
Zendaya, yeah.
That's Zendaya.
We can introduce this. So Zendaya is talking up in here like, hey, I'm sorry, like one of the Guardians of the Glow recommended me. I'm legit, and it's like, yo, Black Santa's sent you. He's like, oh no, because I'm black. No, nah, it was Green Ghost. He sent me, and of course, yeah, he's black. He's black too. He's like, oh, Green Ghost is black. I never knew that. No. The old one wasn't. He died. Not this is the new one I'm talking about. He's like, oh, I never made a costume for him. Yeah, because I guess the jade gem that he swallows it gives him his costume. Yeah, but like he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna go by I need a costume. I'm going by the name Bulletproof. I told like giving yourself a name really helps you out. I was like, oh, but that like also like if that but then it's like, oh, like you doing that? Remember that Mark's costume? Like, yo, this one will do. I like this one a lot. He's like, nah, man, this is a custom order. I'm doing a favor for a friend. Sorry. And he's like, there are plenty of others. Just look on the rack. And he looks at the rack, and then we see the one that Mark rejected in the first issue with the solar panels on it, the yellow and red, the yellow and orange one. And he's like, and he's like, yeah, what do these discs do? He's like, oh wait, it's like, oh yeah, they store and collect. Wait a minute, your powers work off of solar energy? Nope, never mind. They just look cool.
They just look cool, yeah.
As a nod to like Superman, I think it's so funny. And he's like, yeah, I can let the other one. He's like, are you sure you can't let the other one go? And he's like, yeah, no, like I can't do it, man. Sorry. It's okay. This one will do. And so we get the new dawn of Bulletproof as we know now. So I like that we got a cool flashback in the beginning of like how he got the costume, so it's never really explained. But yeah, so then it transitions back to the present day where we go to the dark side of the moon where the Viltrumites Thrag is parked settled his ship on the dark side of the moon, and we get to see Adam Eve, Kaboomerang, Japandroid, Knockout, Oliver, Robot, Bulletproof, Monster Girl, and Thrag and Cecil are talking, and he's like, yo, he's like, and Thrag is like, so no, you're the one in charge of Earth. I see, and then freaking Cecil's like, no, I'm not in charge of it. I just, I'm in charge of its protection, but I'm not like the guy calling the shots, And he's like, listen, it's like, oh no, it's like, I have a moon base like 200 miles like from here, right? How the fuck do we not detect you? And he's like, because y'all are primitive as shit. That's why. The technology is too good.
God, Thrag just roasting Cecil. I love it.
But and then it's like he was like, yo, yeah, me like months ago, Mark and I made an agreement, and it's like I expect you to honor it as well. And it's like, how am I just supposed to be allowed? Like I'm just supposed to be allowed to like all this, like why, like what are you even doing here? Then he gives him a whole spiel about how he wants to like rekindle his race because their ranks are low and all that stuff, and that's what Mark and them agreed upon. And then once they have replenished their ranks, they're gonna leave, and we get this cool like double plate splash of Mark, how Mark is now. Is basically like hospitalized, being taken care by the Viltrumites. He's in Viltrumite custody, being taken care of, which I thought was really cool. Um, and yeah, and he's like, yo, like we're the only boys chance. And he's like, listen, with our technology, we're the only boys' chance of like surviving this virus, bro. So like, you gotta leave him here. They don't want to do that because they don't trust the Viltrumites, but like that's their only option right now. And he basically like he says, I respect. He's like, I would respect you to honor the agreement that I had with Mark. And he was like, and he was like, and he's like, because I imagine if you were to die, that would create tension between our planets. And he's like, yeah, it would actually. And basically like we actually can see Cecil like care a little bit, show his emotional side. Like, please, like do everything you can. And it transitions to like to Dinosaur's secret base, and it's all wrecked up. And looks like Dinosaurs is in trouble, and we get the reveal that he's fucking fighting Alan. And you're like, what the fuck? He's fighting Alan, and it was just like it was like and it appears we're evenly matched. It's like, no, I've been holding back this entire time, bro. And he's like,
don't even flatter yourself, man.
exactly. And then it's revealed that like I'm assuming that Mark sent you because he's been missing for the past few hours, and and it was like, rather than allowing you to speak, I attacked you, which is like my bad. I'm usually smarter than this. And so they stop fighting and they start talking. And Alan apologized for the mess, and it was just like and he's like I understand you have like many dealings with like aliens from other planets, like, and so like I guess like your appearance started me. And he's like, wait, my appearance? You look like a Ragnar, which was what, remember
I
the things
do
that kill
remember.
Viltrumites because they're
Yeah.
basically dinosaurs. And he's like, what's a rock? No, okay, never mind. And and he's like, so what's going on with Invincible? And he's like, I'll let you. And he's like, I'll let you know what's going on. We gotta like go there right now. I'll explain on the way. And so they leave. So it transitions back to Eve, on at Mark's bedside in a hazmat suit because she doesn't like because like she could still possibly get infected. And she's like saying like I can't live without you. Like I don't want you to die here. Like because obviously she's in a rough place, and then they tell her to leave because they have to do more tests and she'd only be in the way. So the transitions to later. Eve is still waiting, and you see Bulletproof, cunt for a little bit, being like, yo, it's like, I know, like, I'm sorry, like, you gotta calm down a little bit, it's gonna be all good. And then we see Monster Girl look at Rex, our robot, and it's like, oh, Rex. Well, obviously, like he's just things like, I don't know if it's ambiguous, like if like the robot, if like the robot like android is like turned off, or he's just literally ignoring her.
Oh, it's definitely that. It's just ignoring her. I
Yeah,
saw that his head turned, looked directly in her eyes, and was just like, nah.
yeah. So again, because we will not find out what she did that broke off the
Yeah.
relationship, but there's still like there's tension there. And then
Mm-hmm.
what's it called? Alan and Dinosaurus get up there, and she's like he apologizes for like making him cold and like making him like stop like hold his breath because he thought he would assume that he would be able to like survive in space just like they could. And then immediately the freaking Guardians of the Global bots like attack Dinosaurus on this base. And it's like, so I'm assuming you've met his Invincible's friend Dinosaurus. And then Dinosaurus basically like with his genius explains like, yo, listen, I know that like I'm the enemy of you guys right now, but like here's the thing, like Invincible's our friend. Like I'm concerned about his well-being, and even if you try to like fight me in here, I would assume the stability of the vessel will break the fuck apart, and you would eventually either injure him or kill him if that was the case. So y'all need to calm down. And he's like, I'm a genius, I can help. And then Thrag shows up and he's like, that won't be necessary. We don't need you. And he's like, listen, like he's like, no matter what your relationship is with like Mark, the people of Earth, and like with Mark and that you have going on, like you're gonna need my help because like again, Mark Mark doesn't really trust you guys, and like I'm gonna basically be here for the safety of his well-being. And then basically and Thrag basically, okay, you know what, clear a lab for the clear a lab for him. And so, now he basically tells the rest of them, like, yeah, y'all gotta leave. There's nothing you can really do here from now. We're just gonna keep taking care of him. But like, our location won't change. So like we're not gonna like dip or anything. So you can return at any time. And he's like, and obviously Alan just expresses that like he doesn't really trust them. And he's like, listen, it's like if I want him to be dead, he'd be dead already. So like I won't ask again. So then they all like, they all leave and dip, and you see like, Thrag looking at him like, Uh, so then it transitions to Thrag talking to one of his scientists, and he said that the scientist has made a discovery of something extraordinary. And he's like, oh, like did you discover a cure? And he's like, nah. Well, like even though like we're in the process of synthesizing a cure for Mark, we drew a sample of his DNA, and thankfully, like the for some reason his body, like it appears that his body is able to succumb and fight off the Scourge virus for now at least. But like that's not the most interesting part. And then basically he reveals that like they ran his DNA and he's a match, but a match to what we don't know. And he's like, and Thrag basically like freaks out and is like, you understand, like you can tell no one about this, like nobody. It's like, oh yeah, I won't, don't worry. And obviously they can't take a chance, and he fucking kills the guy, makes him fucking explode.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and just to reassure that, like he's like, yeah, like just to make sure that yeah, no one can know about this, no loose ends. So it transitions back to the Grayson house with Eve and Bulletproof, and Bulletproof's like, yo, listen, like, are you gonna be okay? And he's like, yeah, I've been around with Mark not here before. And he's like, listen, if you need anything, don't hesitate. And then she gets a call from from like the company phone, and it's talking about like how it's one of Invincible Inc.'s remaining clients, just a monster at one of the power stations that's going on. And if we can't, if like he's like I don't care, but like I can't let this business just be over. It's like I'd be happy to help. And he's like, listen, last time I tried to get you to help, they got mad that you weren't invincible. So like and like they got a refund because of it. He's like, oh, wait a minute, y'all got one of those extra costumes because like I can change my hair a little bit and like not stay close to the clients, so they won't recognize who I am. And then we get the reveal that this again, which I love this page a lot because the same exact page we got like how many episodes ago with that iconic Invincible pose, Bulletproof in the new costume in that iconic pose.
Man,
and he looked good.
Yeah,
he looks good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
he's fitting the suit well, and he also did say that like he did like the costume again, not into that flashback. And then so we get this, like I didn't put this in here, but we get these montage shots at the end where it's dinosaurs coming up, doing his science stuff, and Bulletproof as the new Invincible. Thrag looking at the skull of Argol, who remember is his the former king of the Viltrumites that Thetis killed with the Scourge virus. That like that was his mentor that he keeps the skull around. It's so creepy. And Mark resting in bed, trying to survive. And that's how issue 89 ends. So what do you think this issue?
I'm happy that all the other side characters are finally colliding together. It's a shame that it has to be over Invincible's possible death. But also very interesting on what's gonna happen. What's he a match for?
Yeah, what's the why is he a match? What is making Thrag so scared, and so where they had to kill a scientist over this reveal,
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I mean, like, what else can we say about this?
I mean, I think it's good. I mean that I like that mystery. I mean that just the reveal that like he's in the care of the Viltrumites. He's in the lion's den being taken care of, which is kind of
very tense. I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, he's in the lion's den. Everyone's all tense. Like, what's Thrag gonna do? He's gonna slit his throat.
Like, and no one trusts him. Like, they're just like, dude. Like, I mean, granted, like, we don't trust this dude at all, but we want Mark to be okay. Even Cecil's like, yeah, we can't really do anything at this point,
because
the
only person that can stop Thrag is the person that Thrag's helping out, which is Invincible.
So exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like the thing is, like, if he would have killed him, if he wanted to be dead, he would be dead. But he's not. So, but yeah, man. And also like now we'll see how long this I think I remember I feel like I remember how long this lasts with was that Glover being invincible, but like he's the invincible for the time being while Mark's, bedridden. So
Yeah.
we'll see
Well,
that
I
where that
like it.
leads.
I like how bulletproof, just because of his name,
Yeah.
bulletproof and invincible, they're kind of like synonyms.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? Fun fact. When
Mm.
when Robert Kirkman and Corey Walker pitched Invincible to Image, they pitched it as Bulletproof. Like Bulletproof was supposed to be his name at
Oh,
first,
I didn't know that.
and then they made the costume for that original that yellow costume that Bulletproof wears supposed to be Invincible's actual costume, and they changed that.
What?
So I'm
Oh, that's
telling you,
crazy.
nothing goes to waste in Invincible. Oh, things
Yeah,
always come back, which I think is great.
that's nice. That's a nice little Easter egg that they put in there. I like that.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So like, if you have anything else, I guess we'll go to issue 90.
Yeah, let's go to issue 90.
All right, so issue 90 of Invincible, man. This is one of my favorite covers. In one of my favorite covers in the series. I like this cover a lot. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
we get this really cool
So
cover
famous.
of the new Invincible taking down this monster and Mark and Dinosaurus and Eve. I think it's good stuff. So basically, this issue starts out with again picks up where we left off of bulletproof. I'm sorry, Zendaya as talking to Eve on on the phone, and he's like, listen, like Mark would have been there already, and he's like, listen, I'm not used to flying and talking on the phone at the same time, and he loses the phone. I think it's so funny. He's like, shit.
Yeah, it's a
And we
nice
get
little bit of information on how hard it is to be Mark.
exactly.
Hmm.
But yeah, so then we get the reveal is that the Walking Dread is attacking this power station. And
The Walking Dread.
yeah, for those who didn't
Hmm.
read Guarding the Globe, the Walking Dead was a member of the Order, who was the villains of that series. So I was like, huh, he was in that, wasn't he? Like I kind of forgot he was there. But like, but yeah, so then Invincible is going to take the Walking Dread out. So it transitions to Thrag and Dinosaurus talking about like, Thrag shows up in his room, he's like, how the fuck did you gain access to my room? And he's
Yeah,
like,
he was
listen,
really just like opening the doors, like, hey, and
I
then
mean,
Thrag's just like, what the fuck?
I mean, he says words, but basically, to sum it up, is like, "I'm a genius, so get over it." Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and basically, it's just like he's like, it's like I have some questions for your like for some of your scientists who I'm like, because I'm studying like his notes and all that stuff. Like, I need some more insight. And he's like, no, I cannot. He's unavailable at the moment, which means the guy who you killed was the head scientist. Like, what the
Wow.
fuck? It transitions to Alan and young Omni-Man flying by
Oliver?
the Pentagon. And
Yeah.
Oliver is just like listens like he's like Talescria, like would we stay here, like because I kind of don't want to be here. I don't have any connection to this planet. I kind of want to get the fuck out of here. And it was like and like thing is like also because I'm away from my mom too, so like that would kind of help. It's like I don't mean like Oliver, I'm not leaving until like we know Mark is okay, and the fact that we can't just leave him and vote for my custody. And he's like, listen, like besides, I failed my mission. I'm like literally too embarrassed to go to go on our own ship. Nevertheless, go to our own planet. Back to Talescria. So as you know what is like He's like, what we're is like, and he says like, what we were going to do, like, what were we going to do to these people, man? Like, we're about to literally like murder a bunch of them. And they're like, Oliver's like, listen, the ends justify the means. It was like,
God, fuck Oliver, man.
like it's like, and then it's like, dude, and Alan's like, yo, how could you think this way? He's like, listen, I was brought here when I was really young, and like the way I lived, like the way the Thraxans lives is very different from the way the humans lived, and the fact that like I can remember everything like from the moment like I was born. So like I'm a little bit more, I think a little bit more. He thinks he's more evolved than the human race essentially because of his upbringing and his genealogy and all that stuff. But like is like I have grown attached to like my family as well as like some people, so like Eve and all that stuff. Um, on Earth. But there's really like life isn't like life is not such a special thing for me because my race dies so quick. And he's like, interesting, a little unsettling, but interesting. And he's like, but you want to go visit Tech Jacket? And he's like, yeah, sure. So they fly off.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. They're all homies.
Yeah, remember when the moment the Butcher My War ended, he was like, I miss my friend Tech Jacket. So I was gonna go see Tech Jacket.
Yay!
So they transitions back to Eve and Zendale. You know, in but they transitions back to them, and Eve literally is crying her eyes out and was like, oh, like then was like, oh, my bad, the door wasn't locked, so I just like I was like, are you good? And he's like, yeah, don't mind me. He's like, is that thing in custody? He's like, yeah, it is. Don't worry, it's in custody. And he's like, like Caesar sent over a team to lock it down, and he was like, is that he got greedy and absorbed too much energy, so it's kind of like passed out. And he's like, yeah, good job, good job. He's like, listen, he's like, girl, listen, like, like he puts her arm around her and I'm like, dude, you better back the fuck off.
Yeah.
He's like, girl, listen, he's like, I got, like, like
trying to fuck.
like the whole alien race up there is it's like like the whole alien race is working. He's like working to keep him alive. He's like, I know. And he's like, listen, like I could tell that like I could stay here and keep you company. He's like, what? Like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm here for you, whatever you need. And it's like anything that would make you feel better. He's like, oh God, get the fuck off of me. And he's like, no, it's not what I didn't mean like that, but like if you meant it like that, and he's like, please go, and he leaves. Because like think about it, remember? Because like I don't, yeah, because you didn't read on the globe, but like Zendale, bulletproof, like he is a guy who like he's used to like just getting any girl he wants. So like that's why like he has that mentality. Like the thing is like in Guardian the Globe, you reveal that like he what he does in like he in his secret identity, he's a painter. Like, he's like a successful like photographer and like artist who just paints naked women. So like nice. And it is implied that he has sex with these women. So like he's used to getting girls that any type of girl he wants. Like when he says when I can take care of anything you need, he's like, yo, I can lay some pipe down if you want me to lay some pipe. But like
bulletproof. Why? Her boyfriend is dying.
I know it's fucked up. In Mark's costume.
In Mark's costume. But theoretically.
But yeah, so it's transitioned back to Thrag.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, just theoretically, she did cheat. She probably still want the costume to be on. Just saying.
Moving on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it cuts back to Thrag, and Thrag again. This is the reveal, like pseudo reveal of why he's so shocked with Mark's blood results. But essentially, like Thrag's goal ever since Argol died, his goal as the higher region of like the Viltrumite Empire is to not only like protect his people, but to also scour the galaxy, also to like to search for anyone in Argol's bloodline because they were essentially the next heirs to the Viltrumite Empire. And because Argol died, that was like the last. They assumed it was the last part of the bloodline, but like he was told like no, there potentially are other Viltrumites that are related to him. But like he thought they would never find him until he saw Mark's blood results. And Mark again, he said, is fighting off the virus, which to his surprise, because which is rare, and but things like this stump the scientists, but I know why. Is because again really like his whole mission with the finding the descendants of Argol, that he and most, which means him and his dad are the remaining descendants of King Argol of Viltrum. So they're royalty. So they're literally the heirs to the Viltrumite Empire.
Wow. They're the leaders of the Viltrumite Empire.
Yeah. But at the same time, he said, like, I've acted for thousands of years, and the fact that I realized that the last remaining descendants of reigns of Argol are going to be the heir to this empire are fucking traitors. I'm not having that shit. So he literally was just like, you know what? I have to forfeit our time here on Earth. It's like if I have to forfeit our time here on Earth, he like, so be it. And he basically like he takes his hand to Mark's legs just to choke him the fuck out in his sleep. And he's like, they'll never know. Like they'll never fucking know.
It's gonna fucking work.
Um, and and he's like, I'll just let them believe that the Scourge Virus just fucking killed you. Like I can cover this shit up. And he's like, this could all work out. And then next, fucking Dinosaur is like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And slashes him up, and fucking breaks
Damn.
his fingers doing it.
It just looks painful, man.
Oh my god, like his talons only snap off, and it's like all bloody and gross.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally, like and Thrag's like, you expected that shit to work? What on earth? And then literally, like uh, and Thrag basically is just talking shit because like he's read up all this stuff on Viltrum, and it's like, yo, like your place was destroyed, all your history was lost forever, and like all you got is the ship. Like this is the last vessel of the Viltrumite Empire, and things like it's unwise, like to leave a total stranger access to all of your files. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm.
And basically and basically gave him all the blueprints, like your files and your ship. And it's like, here's the thing, right? I've pinpointed the key places, pinpointed the key areas, key weaknesses of the ship that I put bombs in, so that are connected to my heart. So like, if my heart rate starts to spike, or even if I flatline, this entire ship will be fucking destroyed. So choose choose your next actions carefully. And it's like, you expect me to believe that shit? I mean, not at all. But like, if my calculations are correct, it's about to go off right now, and it's that fucking hull of the ship starts to explode. And they start fight, like, and they start to fight, and like while they're fighting, like while they're fighting, parts of the ship are blowing up, and then Flag is like, listen, you're wasting my freaking time. Like, let me just kill the boy, and like, just get it over with. And then Dinosaur's like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Bombs start going off because of his heart. And then guys, you know what? You're wasting my time. He's like, I won't. It's like allow me to just kill this. Allow me to kill Mark Grayson. The Dinosaur's about to give a good old chomp, because last time we saw him do a good old chomp, he made someone explode.
Yup.
In this case, no, because he breaks all of his fucking teeth.
Ouch.
And then not only that, Thrive literally takes his jaws and just, Jesus fuck, and just dislocates his entire mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ouch. It's so savage.
Oh, like, and then and again, more bombs about to go off. And this is like, why are you busy bleeding? I'm gonna attempt to check to see the repair, like the explosion of the ship. I'll come back to kill you and to kill Mark. And freaking he can't even speak right now, but like he's just gargling and trying to get Mark the fuck out of there. To which he does. Mark ends up escaping. Him and Mark in an escape pod.
Yay.
Transitions back to Cecil and Adam Eve talking at the Pentagon, and she's just like, listen, he's like, I understand, like say we can visit anytime, but like why haven't we heard anything back from them, because I want to go see Mark right now. Like, listen, he's like, listen, it's not that simple, because we can't like phone call them. We can't even attempt to reach contact at this point. Their communication systems are down, hence the explosions that are going on. But thing is, like, right now, the thing is, like, the Guardians of the Globe's moon base is like reporting unusual seismic activity over there. And so, originating from the ship, it's like, okay, send me up there right fucking now. And then he's like, it's not that easy. And he's like, like we could be sending you to the wrong far side of the moon at that point, because what if they're gone, And he's like, just send me to the Guardians of the Globe moon base. Like, come on now. He's like, I need to know what's happening right now. And then it transitions back to Zandel. Just thinking like, yo, like, that was some stupid shit I just did, kind of like trying to fuck Eve. And then his girlfriend, or either one of his girlfriends or one of his muses, we don't fucking know. He be slinging that pipe left and right, but it's fine. she's asking what's wrong. It's like, oh, it's nothing. It's like, listen, like, you don't gotta be keep bought up. You can tell me anything. You can tell me anything. He's like, also, like, I like you in your new costume, by the way, but like I like it better if it was off. He's like,
Mm.
oh yeah, nigga still got it. But transitions back to like they crash land like on the side of like Dinosaurus's on base, and it's you see a crash, like the escape pod crash. There's blood everywhere. Dinosaurus is like unconscious, with his jaw just fucking, his teeth just fuck. But then what you see here, Mark gets out and then questions Dinosaurus, you good? And that's how it ends.
No, Mark, I'm dying.
He's literally
But he's
unconscious.
awake. Yeah, but
But yeah, Mark's awake.
yeah.
So that ends issue 90, people. So what are your thoughts on issue 90, Christian?
It's setting up for a lot of good stuff, and setting up for Mark eventually figuring out that he's a royal blood or whatever's.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fun. Dinosaurus is dying. That's also a fun thing that they're gonna deal with. Get introduced to Bulletproof now as a character. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, him as the new Invincible or
Yeah,
temporary Invincible. We don't really
yeah,
know.
who knows? But yeah, and then the Viltrums, they're definitely gonna be pissed off and coming by to clap some cheeks eventually.
Mm-hmm. For
Looking
sure.
forward. Looking forward to the next couple issues.
Yeah, man. This issue was pretty dope. Yeah, again, just like just Bulletproof trying to be like, an Invincible but failing because he's trying to sleep with his girlfriend.
God, no
Uh
tact. No
yeah.
tact.
But like, again, that twist being like, yeah, like Mark and fucking Omni-Man are the heirs to the Viltrumite Empire. And so I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Traitors. Um, and again, like that reveal that, Mark is alive and is for the most part, like, is strong. But like thing is like the question is, I'll say this, Christian. That maybe probably the next volume that we'll do next week will reveal, like, do you think he's 100%?
100% what?
Like if he's 100% back to normal.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his ass kicked. What if his powers are gone forever?
That'd be wild.
That would be wild.
Honestly, don't
Yeah,
remember, but so I can't really.
yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, but
We will
all right.
see.
So then we'll just go to final thoughts on volume 16.
It was pretty interesting making Alan the primary villain this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was.
Also get like a real evaluation of where he is on like the power scale, whooping Nolan's ass.
He did
Pretty
whoop Nolan's
interesting.
ass. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Alan pretty Aki, which was we have
Yeah,
established. We didn't know that he was that Aki.
yeah, he built different.
Hmm.
What else? Oh yeah, Guardians of the Globe. How completely useless they
No, they
are
are
compared to
like
all of them.
every issue. Literally, like when the Guardians do like show up, it shows them like, yo, yeah, Mark is literally the only thing standing away from this planet being fucking destroyed.
It really is. It really is.
Oh
It's
my
sad.
gosh.
It's
It's
also
it's
sad.
yeah. Even though I do like the Guardians, like they're
Yeah, they're interesting characters.
yeah,
They're just
they're they're
useless.
they're just like, dude, you'll always get your ass beat every time.
Yeah. Oh man.
I
What
mean,
about you? Any final thoughts for
my
you?
favorite thing with this is that, like, again, because I already read all this, but like again, or showing the trope of like legacy characters. This is literally Kirkman doing the trope of like Peter Parker and like Miles Morales, or like Captain
Mm,
Marvel and like Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan, and like Hulk and Amadeus Cho, and so on and so forth, right? So
mm,
it is like
mm.
his like spin on like legacy characters, with like, Bulletproof now being the new Invincible, for the time being, which I think is interesting. Yeah, again, Alan, being the bad guy for once was a very interesting turn.
Proves my
And then
point that Oliver was always the bad guy. and will
Oliver
always
just
be.
has he just has a more tunnel vision mindset, Christian. We'll just say that.
Oh, is yeah,
Yeah. We'll
mindsets like that which lead to genocide. Okay,
he
cool.
feels bad for doing it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Well,
okay.
especially because Mark
That
got
makes it better.
yeah, that's because his brother was a casualty. But
Mm,
I mean, I also like know how feeling like no one's like how much he's changed. Like he wasn't just thinking of the Viltrumites, but but also like the human beings as well, like the human race.
true.
Because Alan questioned that too. Like he was like, "Yo, like, are you really looking out for the human race, or are you just looking out for the Viltrumites?" Which is a good question to ask. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, and I'm excited to see what the next like. This is kind of like a new change in like the status quo now, just because we have bulletproof as invincible and like the stuff with the Viltrumites now that like Thrag knows the true like lineage of Mark and Nolan now and how that's gonna affect how that's gonna affect him being the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like Dinosaurus, is he out for the count because he got fucked up.
Yeah, they
Um,
did get fucked up.
and if Mark again is because I will say this right now, he's done out like I'll say this right now, like it's not really like a spoiler, but like Zandel's gonna be the invincible for like the next like two volumes until our
I'm
event.
fine
To
with
be honest with
that.
you,
I'm
yeah,
fine with that. He looks
he's
like a
gonna
good
be
invincible.
yeah he's gonna be invincible till our until like issue 100 when our event starts. Like he's still gonna be invincible.
Mm,
It's not permanent, but it will last a little while.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Can't
So
wait.
yeah,
Can't
man.
wait to read it.
All right. So any other? Let's go. So this arc was pretty good. It was a good arc. It was solid. You know.
Yeah, definitely solid.
Mhm.
No
All right.
complaints.
So any other thoughts before you want to close it out? You
No,
want to do your want to do your intro?
my outro.
Wait a minute.
Um,
I do the first one first. Oh yeah, but thank y'all for watching as well. People who will watch this. Next episode, which will be episode 22, which means we only have 10 more episodes until we dude, we'll have 10 after that. That's fucking insane. Um,
bro, wow.
yeah. But next episode we will be discussing volume 17, which is called What's Happening. I've not heard or seen that sitcom either. Um, and that will be talking about issues 91 to 96.
Ooh, can't wait.
Um, yeah, and then which means like from 91 96, and then after that we're doing another side thing, which I know y'all hate, but we're gonna do it anyway. So deal with it. And then after that, that's when our event will start, which will be issues 97 to 102. And I won't reveal the name of that until that it come closer to that. But
Mm,
yeah, we're almost almost getting there towards the end.
almost there. We're almost there. We're at the end game now, boys.
Yeah.
At the end game now.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention the moment we finished the Viltrumite War, we were in like the new chapter of Invincible, which is called the Different Definitions of Peace. That's what it's called.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what yeah. So we're at the Different Definitions of Peace chapter of Invincible right now. But yeah, so stay tuned for the episode next week. Christian, want to do that intro? That outro?
God, fucking. How many times can I rearrange, take the
Listen,
vaccine? You
it's
know.
just improv. Just start spitting out shit.
Um, banana. Now what? I didn't think this through. I don't know what to do. I'm not good at improv. COVID-19. Yeah. Invincible cures COVID-19. Confirmed. Oliver sucks and eats ass. Confirmed. What other things? Alan and Nolan fuck each other? Question mark. Yet to be decided. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
All right.
That's all I
That's
got.
all right. Well, again, obviously the quote: "The word without fear, wash your damn hands." Check out the new episode of Invincible that came out yesterday on Amazon Prime, and
Very good.
yeah, we'll catch y'all later.